It's the start of a new season, so you know what that means. RIP FPS. RIP frames per second. That's usually what happens to a lot of people when the new season hits. So what you want to do is make sure you change your settings a bit and try to make it better until Fortnite is able to update the game and make it better for us automatically. Then we can revert back to the old settings. So what I would do now is I'm going to show you some settings you can change before you change them. Pick up your cell phone, point it at your settings, snap a picture, because you're probably going to want to go back to these. Now that you have your picture of your settings, let me go ahead and show you the settings that we have. And if you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? Go ahead and smack that subscribe button. We'd appreciate it. We have tips, tricks, tutorials on Fortnite all the time. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you for that. I really do appreciate your support. Now let's go ahead and show you what I did. I've been tweaking things like crazy lately because I was just dying non-stop. Everyone's like, I did so good, and I'm like, well, I die off spawn every game. Maybe because I can't find a gun, but not even just that. When I do get in a fight, I can't track the person because the game is not responsive enough. So I'm in a shotgun battle, I can't shoot what I can't see. I mean, I can go off some muscle memory, but a lot of times the person might not be in that spot because they might play different. I changed some settings around to make it better, and it has been improved. I'm not going to say it's working perfect now. It was for a little while, and then it started getting a little clanky, but it's still a lot better than it was. I'm still going to complain about it till it's back, but until then, we're good. So let me go ahead and show you the settings. You're going to go ahead and click up here and go to settings. So we're in the settings, but before we go into the settings, first we want to check your graphic drivers. Anytime there's a big update, you always want to do this. In the bottom right hand corner next to your clock, you might see a graphic display, either NVIDIA or AMD. Go ahead and right click on that. And for NVIDIA, it's NVIDIA GeForce Experience. I'll click on that. Here it is, it popped up. We're going to click on drivers, and then we're going to click check for updates. Here it's going to check, and we have the latest update, so we're good there. However, I did have to download an update that was released on December 2nd, so it came out when a new version came out. So if you haven't updated that, I would do that. Once that's updated, go ahead and restart your computer. You could try Fortnite, see if it's better. If it's still an issue, you're going to be back here on this screen, and now you want to change some settings. So I hope you still took your picture and you have it available of your settings. So windowed mode, you always want to keep full screen. Unfortunately for me, I can't because I have a multi-screen setup. But if you are just using one screen, full screen is going to give you the best performance. Frame rate is very important to do. If you're getting, say, 110 frames, you want to put it at 120 FPS. Because you don't want to put it too high. So it's so close that it's going to be more steady. So now example, say I'm getting 110 frames and I put it at 240. Now all of a sudden your computer for a moment is doing really well. It's going to fly up to that 220, say. And then it's going to use all its resources, and then it's going to dip down to maybe 20 frames for a moment. And then it's going to go back. So it's not staying constant, and constant is what you need. So you want to lower this just above your threshold. This is something you might not know in the beginning. You're going to want to turn FPS and ping on. I have a video on that. I'll go ahead and put it up to the top so you can go ahead and take a look at that and turn that on. This you can come back to. You can set up the other settings first. So now we're going to scroll down and look at everything else. I keep view distance on far. It's usually on epic, but I'm going to keep it on far until the game starts running better, and then I'll move it back to epic. Shadows off, anti-aliasing off, texture medium, effects low, post-processing low. I have tested post-processing, and you used to be able to pump it up a little bit, but now you can't. Yeah, I keep it on low. V-Syncs off, motion blur off. And then we have DirectX version 12 beta. Yes, I moved to DirectX 12 because it's performing pretty good. And yes, I know you're saying it's beta. Well, this game has been in beta for 3-5 years. I don't even know. It might even still be in beta. Who knows? So you know they use that beta term lightly. They've been improving it as we go. So now it's running smoother. I do have a hitch once in a while, but I also had it on 11. And when I'm not streaming, I can get 180 FPS solid. When I am streaming, it's more like 110, 120. Allow multi-threading rendering on, and then we have NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency. I would keep this on if you're running a card like mine, which is NVIDIA 1080 Ti 11 gigs. If you're running something like that or higher, I would try turning this on and see how it goes. The ray tracing's for the big daddy cards that no one can get that are way too expensive, but if you got one of those, I'm a little envious. Those are the settings you want to run and see how they perform. Make sure you don't have other things running. You can go to your clock in the bottom right hand corner of your computer usually and look for the other apps that are open and right click and just close them. That frees up a lot more memory, especially if like you're playing, for example, Valorant. They leave a program open all the time on your computer, so you want to close out of that. That's going to increase your performance. I hope this video helped, and I hope you're running better. Now, the screenshot that you saved with your phone, you want to hold on to that. Once Epic updates their stuff and you notice your game starting to run smoother, which usually takes about 2 to 4 weeks, then you can go ahead and go back and revert your settings back to how they were. You could pump them up a bit until the next time the season takes a big FPS hit, which hopefully once they get this ironed out, we don't have that problem. Here are some other videos I think you'll enjoy, and I'll see you over there.